Hello everyone, my name is Abhiram and today I'll be going over this legal problem which is about buying the right time to buy and sell a stock. So we are given an array called prices where price I is the price on the ith day, so we have to find the maximum profit. Okay, so let's say we are given an array prices, and let me just fill it with some random numbers like 7, 2, 1, 0 and 5. So based on this, we can maximize the profit by buying it on the third day, or rather the ith day, which is the second day, and selling it on the last day, and we will get a maximum profit of 4. So it seems simple, but in terms of programming, we have to find the way which is like the where the price is the lowest, and also we have to find the way where like the price is like the highest, and so we can sell the stock. So now let's try to do a brute force solution. In a brute force solution, might seem simple, but it can actually be complex. So for a brute force solution, what we're planning to do is that, like, okay, so let's start with day one, or like the day 0, and we will find the minimum price. We'll find the minimum price within these numbers, and if we found the minimum price, we'll find the minimum price within these numbers, and if we found a minimum price, we'll try to subtract it, and if it's like the maximum profit, we'll keep that as the maximum. We'll compare that new profit with the maximum profit, and if it's a maximum profit, we'll keep that as a maximum profit, and we move to the next number, or like the next day, and we keep on doing that. Okay, so let's just write the code. So we'll just like set n to the length of the length of the array, which is like length of prices. And now let's write a simple we'll just set like the maximum profit, which is something we have to return to 0. And now let's just write a for loop. So for I in range, we don't have to worry about the last day, so I'll just skip the last day because after that there is an array. So for each day we have to compare the profit the price with the next day. So I in range, so within that we have to write another for loop for j in range I plus 1, because we only have to worry about the remaining values, and I plus 1, and it ends with the last value. Okay, now we have this for loop, and now within that we have to check the price. So let's just write profit. And then the profit is nothing but like the difference between like both of these days. So it's just like nums j, or like prices j, my bad. Prices j minus prices I. Okay, now that's the profit, and we have to check if the profit is actually the maximum profit. So I think we can just write profit max profit. Actually, if the profit is greater than the maximum profit, then we'll return then we'll set the new then this will be the new maximum profit. And in the end, since in the end we can just return the max profit value. So now here's a simple brute force solution. So while this might seem simple, but it's actually pretty complex, because like you don't need to like do like a double loop, and this has a complexity of O(n), and we have a space complexity of O of 1, because we're not like creating any new data structures, or like another array or so on. So this is like the time complexity and n square, my bad, n square, because then we're doing like a nested for loop. But here's the problem here's the problem with this. This can be slow once you have like a really big array of like thousands or even millions of numbers. In order to maximize this, we have to like convert this this time complexity from n squared to like O to the power of n. And something we can notice from this price differences is that like they can only be like 1 possible minimum price within like a time frame. Like for example, from here to here, one can be the only minimum value, but like from here to here, 0 can be the only minimum value, minimum price. So once we found that, we can easily solve the easily solve this question. So now let's just, like, since this is a brute force solution, let's just say modify it quite a lot. So we have the n, we'll set the n to like the length of the prices, or like the total number of days, and we set the maximum profit to 0, and we need to find the most minimum price. And now for the minimum price, we don't know what the minimum price will be, because, and it can also be a negative number, or it can be a positive number. We do not know, because so we'll just set this minimum price to float infinity, which is like the biggest value. So float infinity is nothing but infinity. Within Python, in order to, and this is like the biggest number within like the Python within Python integers. So we'll set the minimum price to float infinity. I know this might seem like a big number, but like once we run the for loop, we'll find the if we can use this to compare the minimum value. Okay, now let's try the for loop, but we can just set it to where we go through each day. So for here, I in range n. Okay, now we need to find the minimum price. So minimum price. Okay, so the minimum price is either like it's the minimum between the current minimum price and the current day. For example, if you reach day 1 and like the minimum price is day 1, it's like 1, and the previous minimum price is like 2, then automatically the minimum price will be 1. But compare that with, like, I don't know, here where like the current day is like 5, but the minimum price is 0, so automatically, but still the minimum price will be 0. Okay, so minimum price and price I. Okay, we found the minimum price. Now we have to find the profit. And the profit is nothing but like the minimum, the current day's price minus the minimum price. So it's just nothing but price I minus minimum price. Since we're getting a minimum price of the current day, or like the previous day, we don't have to worry about, like, minimum price from previous days, and or like the maximum profit from previous days, and so on. So this is the profit. This is the profit for that day. For example, if the minimum price, or like the day you bought the stock, is just like $2, and you're on day 5, then the minimum price will then the profit will be $3. Now we have to check the profit. So the maximum profit is nothing but like if the profit is greater than the maximum profit, then that will be the new profit. So max profit is just like max price, and max profit, and then max profit, and then profit. So now we got this loop, and now we can just simply return the minimum price, like max profit as the return value, and that's pretty much it. This is how we can solve it. And now we reduce the time complexity from O of n squared to just O of n. And yeah, that is pretty much how we can solve this LeetCode problem, where we find where we can get the maximum profit by finding the shortest the day where like the stock is relatively low, and sell it on the day where the stock is relatively high. Thank you very much. And in this case, instead of, I think 0 is the lowest price, it's not 1, so I think we'll get a maximum profit of 5, and that's it. Thank you.